Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Talking Bullion. Well, what do we have here? Looks like it could be the result of going to a coin show today. Looks nice. Why don't we go ahead and take a look? Alright, so as you can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 ounces of silver and some gold, which I'll talk about here in a moment. But let's take a look at some of the silver first. So obviously these have been out for a long time. I've been looking at them, haven't really bought one just because it's pretty much a novelty item. But, you know, with a bunch of grandkids and everybody knows old Legos, right? I figured I'd pick one up. I should have got two, right? So I could stack them, because they are stackable, right? But, you know, because they're so much above the premium, I figured I'd just pick one up just to have it. So we got ourselves a 1 ounce Lego bar. Pretty cool. And what I'm going to do after I take a look at each of these things, I'm going to get out the old Sigma, and we're going to test that everything that I bought at the coin show today is real, right? Always have to do that, don't we? Alright, so this right here, I've got a video coming out about Southeast Minting. Actually, it's called Southeast Refining Incorporated. And I've got a couple bars from this refining company that wasn't around very long, this mint company, only around a few years, from Panama City, Florida. And so I already have one or two of these put away somewhere. But I saw one today. It was, you know, reasonably priced. It was $30. And I thought I'd pick one up just so I could show it to you. And I'm going to put it into the other video as well to show the round that goes with the bars. And I think I have the 1 bar, not the 5 ounce bar. I still have the 1 bar, 1 ounce bar sitting on my desk. Yeah, see, Southeast Refining, Panama City. Southeast Refining, Panama City, Florida. So yeah, so here's their bar. Back's just got some design on it. And then here's their round that they put out. Kind of a cool little round, nice cool little picture on it. Then I picked up one of these old classic Johnson Matthys. This one's called the Freedom of Speech. There's about 10 of these different ones. If you look at a YouTube video from Silver Stealer, he recently did a video on the 10-pack of these that they found laying around, still sealed up in the plastic. And again, I have some others of these put away, but again, just a vintage. We can see on the back some nice toning. Johnson Matthey, Assayers, Refiners, 1 ounce, 1 ounce Troy, fine silver, 999. So I thought this was kind of cool. Just again, just kind of what I call dripping a little bit in the stack every once in a while. Just pick up an ounce here, an ounce there. Something that kind of catches your eye. I mean, maybe you could have got a Buffalo round for 50 cents cheaper, but I like kind of like the cool stuff to buy once in a while. So that's pretty cool. That's a nice round there. This here I'd never seen before. A few of the vendors had them. I think these must be pretty new that just came out. You can see here, State of Michigan on there, 1 tri-ounce fine silver, 999 plus. Complete mirror finish on there, right? I really only bought this because I'm in Michigan, right? Just kind of cool to have a Michigan bar. And apparently it's made by somebody called the Michigan Mint. When I talked to the guy that I bought it from, the vendor I bought it from, he said he did some research and couldn't really find out much about them. They're obviously distributed to wholesalers, but he really couldn't find out much information. But again, just a 1 ounce bar, Michigan on it. It's got the American flag. Ooh, that thing is bright and shiny. So I thought I'd pick up one of those just because I thought it was cool. And these I hadn't seen before. I know they're around, I just don't have any. And my Geiger Guilty Pleasures video I put out a few days ago, I had the 1 ounce bar, the 1 gram bar. I had the 5 gram bar in this rectangular shape, but I didn't have a 10 gram bar. This guy had a whole bag of 10 gram bars. And he, wanted me to buy them all, but I really didn't want to buy them all for the premiums on them. So I just picked up a couple of them. But yeah, if you look at that rim there, guess we won't look at it. But it's a reeded edge. It's a 10 gram Geiger. Here's that reeded edge. So that's pretty cool. I hadn't come across these before at a coin show. Like I said, I had the 1 and the 5, but not the 10. And I also have the 20 gram in the Guilty Pleasures video. So I had the 1, the 5, and the 20, but no 10. So I picked up a couple of the 10. I thought those were pretty cool. Really kind of novelty items. Don't want to buy a ton of that stuff. And then kind of the star of the show was this 1/4 ounce AGE. Now I got this from a guy that I've bought off of before, not just gold. I've bought some silver off him. He's usually at all the coin shows, the local coin shows. And I asked him if he had any 1/4 AGEs, and he said he had some. Now, most of the vendors, not most, but a lot of the vendors there did have some gold, so it's not like it was hard to find. But I was looking for the best price, right? And the one I've bought from a lot in the past said it was $5.50, which is kind of pretty common. And in a moment here, we're going to take a look at what it's going for from the online bullion dealers. So I walked around. Before I make any purchase at a coin show, I always walk around to every vendor first. Make sure I know what they have, make sure I know what they're charging. Of course, they're all pretty competitive. But I always want to make sure that I'm getting the best deal. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at what we can expect right now a 1/4 ounce AGE to be going for from our online bullion dealers. Okay, so here we are on SD Bullion's website, and we could go to their Docs deals. We generally won't find the 1/4 ounce AGE under any deals. Once in a while they have them there, but they don't have them there this time. So I usually just go to gold, US Gold Eagles. I like the way SD Bullion takes you straight to the size first. Go to 1/4 ounce, and they actually say that this one from a random year is on sale at $567, and the 2022 1/4 ounce is $586. Well, let's double check that. This is as low as, if you just buy one, it's $610. If you just buy one, it's $596. So essentially 600 and 610. So wow, gold's definitely up there, even though you can see here a spot is 1955.01 as far as their site's concerned. So 610, let's call it 611, 596. So some pretty good money there. Alright, so let's go over to JM Bullion, who I haven't been happy with for several months with their pricing, but one of the big bullion dealers. Let's take a look at their gold. Gold Eagles. Now they just take you straight to each individual one. They don't give you categories like SD Bullion did. But here we can see a 1/4 ounce 2022 as low as $632. So if you just buy one, whew, $640. All right. So let's do the random year. A lot of times random year can be a couple more dollars, but yep, this is a little over $640. So what do we see on SD Bullion? 600 and 610. JM Bullion, we're at about 630, 637. What was that one? What we just looked at was just a dollar more. All right, let's take a look at Monument Metals. Monument usually has pretty good pricing on their gold, I found in the past anyway. So gold, American Gold Eagle. So here we're buying with TB right now, right? So this is what TB does. So before I leave for the coin show, I always go to all these websites and I pull them up to see, so I know if I'm getting a good deal, right? If I don't see what's available for on the websites, I won't know what's a good deal when I get to the coin show. All right, so here's quarter ounce. All right, so 552 on the 2022 and 554 on the dates our choice. So the random year. So actually, you can see Monument has quite a bit better deal than either of those other two websites. So, you know, definitely Monument would be a contender for buying some gold from. There's three of the bigger bullion dealers, right? So with that in mind, I head out to the coin show and I start looking around. And I mean, frankly, if I could get it, you know, $5 or $10 cheaper, I'll buy it, you know, locally from the dealers instead of online. Support the local vendors, but I don't want to overpay for it. You know, I'm a stacker. I like to get things as cheap as possible, so I really don't want to go to the coin show and spend an extra $10-20 for it. So back to this one I bought. I asked the guy what he had. He said he had three that were, you know, maybe not pristine, that each of them had a few issues. He handed out three to me and let me look at it. And I didn't have my loop or anything with me, so I couldn't really tell just by my eye. I mean, one of them had a copper spot on it, and I definitely wasn't interested in that one. Let me see what the date is on this one. I'm not even sure it's the Roman numeral. It looks like 86, so this would be the first year. Yeah, it looks like 86. I'll tell you, it's pretty tiny on there. So let's see if we can see it here. Anyway, not really that important what year it is. I like the older ones, frankly, myself. But, you know, you ever need to turn them in, people really don't care what year they are. They just care that they're gold. I got this one handed to me with two others. And like I said, one of them had a copper spot. The other one looked like it had a big dent on it. But I really couldn't see anything with my naked eye wrong with this one. And you know what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of the flip because I'm going to put it into a capsule anyway. And I'm going to put it under my coin cam. We're going to see if we can I spy something we're not happy with. So let me put it over here. And we'll take it off of that. I have to change my filter a little bit. From what we can see here, it looks pretty flawless. I don't see any dings or damage or anything on it. So let's flip it over. Take a look at the back side. Again. Looks pretty good. Quarter ounce fine gold, $10. This camera isn't the best camera to be using, but it does, you know, kind of show you that there's not big dings or anything on it. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so the guy handed me three different ones, said that they had some imperfections. I go ahead and pick the one I wanted. And he said he would give me any one or all three of them for $510. It's like, whoa, $510. Now, I'm not the kind of person who wants to buy flawed gold eagles, right? I mean, I think that BUs are the best, and, you know, if there's a tiny little nick or something along the edge or something, nobody really cares. But, you know, one with a copper spot on it, one with a copper spot had it like up here on the edge. I'm definitely not picking up one, you know, to save a few bucks with a copper spot on it. The other one, I think, had a big, like, chunk down in it, too. So, yeah, so for $510, this was a pretty good deal, huh? Especially when we just looked at the online bullion sites. Cheapest we found was Monument at about $550 and some change, $552, $553. So that's $43 off of that. And then SD Bullion and JM Bullion, it was... you know, $100 off from what they're selling them for. Imagine that, huh? What a deal. Flip it back over again. One more look. It is a bullion coin, we have to remember. So anyway, what do you think, huh? That's a pretty good deal. Definitely helps to add to the stack for, you know, a little bit less premium than normal. So I was pretty happy that able to get that for $510. So that's what I picked up from the coin show today. All right, so now why don't we test this on our Sigma machine? Make sure everything tests out. You know, I do this even if I buy from the online bullion dealers. You just have to test your stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move everything out of the way so I can put the Sigma machine down. Should probably zoom back out a little bit. That should do it. Alright, so right now, well, let's test the gold first because we're on gold, but we can see 999 plus. We don't want to do that. It's not that one. There's an actual setting for the gold eagle, and it's right there, gold American Eagle. So you got to press your run calibrate. Let's put this on here, see if we can do it without the wand. We might need the wand instead. See, it's not right on there. Normally, if it doesn't meet this black ring, you have to use a wand. So see, it's not testing, so let's get the wand out. Yeah, you're supposed to fill up that entire black ring if you don't want to use a wand. So let me get the small wand out right here. Plug it in. We have to press run calibrate again. So now you can see this is lit up instead of this. Remember, the screen light was on, now this is on. But the thing with the wand is you have to try to get it on a flat piece. You can't get it on the different writing and things like that, so you have to try to find the flattest part. You can see here, now it's testing. Now it's within those brackets. So, looks like my hand was getting in the way of the camera. It's focusing on the hand. There we go. So, the gold definitely tests out. Can see it there. Alright, so that's good. So the guy sold me a really good price on the gold. It's only a good price if it's real, right? So pretty happy about that. So now let's move over to the silver and test the silver. So if we change our settings, we want 99.9 pure. Gotta hit run calibrate. Okay, as long as we got the wand out, let's test the Geiger bars because I don't think they'll test on there like the other ones. So let's put it on there. You can see it's right in the middle. Okay, so that tested. Let's do the second Geiger bar. It's right in the middle. That tested, but good. I don't know who would spend the money to fake a 10-gram Geiger bar, but you never know. Alright, let's try to test. I'm not really sure how we're going to test this because there's really no flat areas. I don't know if it'll test on the side. Let's try this. Yep, it does. You see there, 99.9 pure. So that's good. One try ounce, 999 fine silver. Oh, it's a Monarch. I was going to say, I think Monarch makes these. Can you see their little crown symbol inside there? So that's made by Monarch Precious Metals. Alright, and so to go back to use this for the next ones we're going to test, there's a little select sensor button here. Press that. See how that one lights up? Press run calibrate. And I'm going to unplug the wand since we're not using it. Oh, got to press run calibrate. Alright, so let's put on the Johnson Matthey, that test. Let's put on the Southeast Refining, that test. See, and again, you gotta watch some of these, rougher surfaces on here because that can impact your reading. Then this brand new Michigan Mint bar, and that tests perfectly as well. Alright, so we have that, these two, Geiger, that. Ooh, that light is bouncing off this thing, isn't it? And that. That is what we bought from the show today. Put this over here, see if that isn't quite so bright. There we go. So, pretty cool, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 ounces of silver and a 1/4 ounce of gold. All tested with the Sigma, all verified. Got a good deal on most of it, especially the gold. Really happy about that gold. Getting that gold for, $45 to $100 less than buying it online is really a fantastic deal. And that's really the cheapest I paid for it in quite a while, actually. So I'm pretty happy about that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed me sharing my trip with you to the coin show. It was one of the biggest ones that Michigan has. I think like 175 tables it was rated as. Unfortunately, it was the end of the 3rd day, and they were only there 3 days, so, some of the vendors had already cut out of there. But there was still a good amount there. Pretty good selection, a lot of cool things. Very busy, lots of people there. And I'm familiar with a lot of the people, a lot of the vendors that are there. They're familiar with me. This guy that sold me gold, I think he's taken pretty good care of me the last couple of times I've stopped by his booth. So I really think that being there a lot and buying from him and being recognizable really helps the relationship and pays off quite a bit. So, yeah, a nice little drip add to the stack. Thank you for watching, and always remember, let's keep talking bullion.